So one of the things that we found in working with our partners is that events is a great way to bring an experience so that leaders actually walk away having practiced the very competency that you want them to get better at. We use a model that we call 15-15-15. So when we are delivering a summit, an event, or a specific learning and development experience for an organization, we're only spending 10 to 15% of that time giving a message from the front of the room, right? So whether we're using workbooks or a slide deck or someone's up speaking or there's coaching that's happening, right? That's 15 minutes. The second 15 minutes, set of 15 minutes is giving time for the room, the audience, to actually practice what they've learned. We like to bring in our coaches at our events to give, again, that kind of guidance. You have that facilitator at the table that's saying, okay, how does this sound? You just went through a session on giving feedback. You just went through a session on, as a new people leader, giving an annual review. Okay, we just talked through it, you listened to it. Now it's time for you to get up, find a partner, and let's run through these scenarios, right? And then the last 15 minutes is the Q&A. So instead of a 45-minute workshop, the audience has spent, or your team has spent, the vast majority of that time, 30 minutes actually involved, right, in that experience so that it sticks with them after they've left the room. The last way that you can create more dynamic and more sustainable leadership development, learning and development for your leaders is by integrating, and I would even say prioritizing, what's known as soft skills. So we don't call them soft, we call them power skills, because those power skills are oftentimes the difference maker between good leaders and great leaders. So when you're thinking about things like emotional intelligence, empathy, active listening, knowing how to manage conflict, knowing how to make a decision without having all of the information, we think of those things as soft skills. And I would encourage you as a leader within your organization to prioritize learning and development around those skills, because oftentimes that's where the gap is. It's not in the technical knowledge of your teammates, but it's in their ability to connect with other people that balls get dropped, that your attrition is high, that you can't retain women, you can't retain professionals of color, not because you don't have brilliant people, but perhaps there's an opportunity to develop those leaders on those power skills.